Good afternoon slash evening, my fellow mech wires. We are here now with you with TOC3 Trials of Combat 3 uh, Div A EU matchup. I'm here with my co-caster this afternoon, Orc. Say hello to everybody, Orc.
Howdy, 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 everybody.
Wait, I got to double check. I need to swap these guys. All right. All right, teams are swapped, and here we go. Uh, we got four teams with you guys today. For you guys today. We have on here on the top, 228 plot armor and Gudon synergy fighting Trials of Wombat in Mantra. Numerator in the 2v2 is the champion for 228. Immater for Gudon. Mokor for Trials of Wombat, and Stimrog for Mantra. Top side has locked. Now we're just waiting for Team 2 to lock. Uh, Now, being the duel, there are special rules for the duel today. Let me pull it up. I saw it this morning, but let me pull it up again. Alright, Team 2 has locked. Let's go ahead and launch it. This round is called Even Older Golden Age Pop-Tart Meta. The rules for this 2v2 is Mech 1 needs to be a clan medium. Mech 2, IS medium, the map Boreal, and both mechs must have at least one jump jet and can only equip PPC weaponry and no backups. So every weapon that they use, or whatever weapons they choose to use, all have to be the PPC HSL family.
Interesting. So what do you think? Vapor Eagles?
What do we see here?
Shadowcat?
We got a Griffin, 1E, and a Huntsman Prime. On Team 2, Team 1 is a Veagle RI and a Vulcan 5S. Now, this morning, both teams had Ares. They used, oh, that's Shadowhawk. I think it's a Shadowhawk. No, it's not a Shadowhawk. Griffin, sorry. It's Griffin Ares, and both teams used Hunchback 2Cs. It was pretty interesting to watch. CXF had two teams this morning. They were fighting each other, so keeping track of which team was which was surprisingly hard. Alright, we got Mokar coming in, pushing in here. He's running 4 snubs. Now, this morning we saw people running 3. 4 seems a little on the heavy side here. Let's see how this works out. Numerator Emitter still quite healthy. Stimrog fairly healthy too. Mokor's head is open. I think that's why his damage seems higher than it actually is. Alright, Stimrog pushing in. They're pushing in. Numerator running for his life. And Meter trying to get a flank here. An angle. Numerator still has armor, but CT is red.
A lot of overheat damage from Numerator.
Ooh, Mokar, this Griffin is probably, that side torso is one touch. It's probably XL. Let's see if he XL checks it for the win. Ah. Yeah, yes, he was XL. Alright, it's 2v1. Stim staying on Numerator. Numerator goes down. This is up to Emitter to get this kill. Emitter cord CT. Stimrog is halved. He has 3 plasma cannons left. This could go either way. Alright, they're both cord. That Vulcan. Ooh, I don't think... He might not survive another direct hit from those plasma cannons to the CT. But at the same time, Stimrog, his CT's open too. Emitter still needs to get a couple solid shots into it while not taking a shot to his own CT. Alright, Stimrog, orange CT. One more shot will finish. Then both these guys, it's like GoldenEye with the golden gun now. Both these guys just tearing pieces off of each other one by one. Oh, an emitter with the kill.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that I think the advantage there that emitter had was the fact that he had more mobility.
Yeah, definitely helped. We're going to look at the damage numbers here. That means emitter and numerator their teams get to decide whether they're going to start team 1 or team 2 side. And then we go from there. Damage numbers, pretty good.
Yeah.
Alright. Find out what team side they want. The first map, though, is Crimson. Crimson straight.
And here goes the debating.
Yeah, they gotta get permission from their dads. Also called the team captains. And then each team also has like the team mom. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah, we all know Juice is the team dad, and that you're the team mom on DPS.
Hey, that's not. No, that is not what I'm trying to get at. No.
We all know it's true. So does everybody else.
All right, bite me, Barbie. Checking OBS. Are we live? OBS says we should be live. We are live. Cool. Checking chat messages. I don't care about Rainbow Six Siege ads. Show me the giant robots. Amen, brother. I'm watching Jeff Goldblum, which is at least better. Yeah, here, buddy. I'm doing a cast. Alright. Alright, checking the ticket. They didn't write it there, so... Oh, this morning the matches were great. For anyone who didn't catch the Oceanic matches, you're going to have to go... if you go to the videos, you can watch the one that was earlier today. Pretty good. Pretty good match. A lot of pusha, which is, you know, always fun to see. High quality pushing. Wow, these guys are taking forever. Did they not plan this through first? Like, which side they wanted? Yeah, I'm judging you guys. I'm judging you harshly. This morning, they just knew right away.
Well, you know, you are kind of dealing with two separate teams, having to do with two captains, so they're probably sitting there arguing about which side they want.
I'm telling them, if they don't pick soon, I'm gonna let the other side pick. I can't actually do that, by the way. I'm just a caster. I'm not a ref or an admin. But maybe that'll light a fire. So we do got a cast to get through.
They want to start on team 2.
All right, finally an answer. We'll give them a couple minutes to start getting their teams in, and then I'll put the first team on the timer. Mr. T says GG's. Yeah, pretty good. It was definitely a good 2v2. It was fun. All right, teams are getting pulled in. Barry Shitpiece. That's a great name. Twitch. I'm not. I have my ad block off on Twitch, and you're still going. Disable your ad block. It is disabled. Actually, no, it's not. Screw you too, ad block. This should be an interesting matchup. Crimson Straight. Uh, we saw last week, right? Um, I think we were watching NA Div B. We saw we saw some pushing from both teams, and this morning we saw some of that too again. Um, hard pushes across the island into the other team's like spawn area, right? Uh, we saw a team get completely surrounded because of it, and then just picked apart from every direction. We also saw a massive wolf pack, which it was like 6 mechs. Wolf pack started wolf packing towards Theta. Uh, Two stayed at Saddle to be the new flank of the 4 remaining mechs on island. And then the other 4 went and took Theta, and then they wrapped on the enemy team, like entirely. The enemy team got pincered because there was 4 lights in their back, and then 4 assaults in their front, and then a couple mediums or what have you on their sides.
Dun,
All right, these these teams are officially the slowest teams ever. As we got they got 5. They made it to 5. How's your week been, Orc?
Yeah, I'm a week. I can't complain too bad. Work's
That's
been
good.
good. School's been good.
Someone in chat said he's my captain, not my dad. God. Yeah. Okay. The, we're throwing in an ad break. Yeah, I throw in an ad break too right now. This is taking a while. Which teams are we
Twitch was
playing?
like, I see an opportunity to make some money.
Which teams are we playing? I don't know.
Uh, ah, this. Nah, this is not Call of Duty.
Thank God. It's Call of Duty. We wouldn't be doing this.
Nah,
Watched the
it's Rainbow
VOD
Six
this
Siege.
morning. I hope
That's
you enjoyed it. Who is Team Mom on DPS? The actual Team Mom? Oh
that would
man.
be level. You're
Yeah, fuck
potato card.
off! Oh shit. Oh no. I said the F word too early in the cast. We're gonna get demonetized. um. Uh. DPS doesn't really have the Team Mom. I guess I'm the Team Mom and the dad. In a weird way. You know. I'm there to like whoop their ass, but also coddle them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm both dad and mom. I'm drunken dad and overly protective mom at the same time. They're deciding by rock paper scissors best out of 11. Fuck, it's oh shit. It does feel that way. All right, both teams. Also, teams in the future, if you're being casted, you and your ally team, you guys can just form one big old group. That way, once the 2v2's done, one of the 2v2 guys just has to invite whoever's running the group of both the teams, and you can pull all 10 in at once, right? It's crazy.
It's almost like that makes sense, right?
All right, both teams are at 6. All right, I'm doing the 5-minute thing. Or did I already post it?
Nope.
Yeah, I haven't posted. Okay. This is getting out of hand. I'm putting the timer down. There's enough people on the field. If they can't figure this out at this point in this amount of time, then they're on their own. Let's see who we got on both these teams. I haven't checked the rosters. So we got Stimrog, GRAM, Neander, Autorizer, Trim, Elise, Bokor. The red goes to Fasta. Was the red? I don't know. I'm probably putting my foot in my mouth. Was he 228 at one time? I remember being on a different team other than 000M,
Yeah.
but I don't remember what team it was. I don't know why it felt like it was maybe 228. I could be way wrong with that. And someone's gonna lash out at me in the comments. I know they will. And I'll deserve it. Uh, the other team, no one even has company command. How are they going to be pulling people in? What is happening? Oh, you guys are letting the Australians look better than you. They're all drunk.
Yet
And they
still more
still read
organized.
it up faster. Oh wow, they took so long. We got in a second ad break. Might as well.
That's funny.
Yeah, getting the ad breaks over with now.
Still one player short.
Yeah, these teams. Okay, these teams are taking so long. It's like trying to do a scrim with GNX like in 2022. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, yes, we got 2 hours of scrim, and yes, we don't mind taking 15 minutes between each drop, and only getting 3 drops done. All right, at least the lobby looks full now. I guess while we're still waiting, I'm gonna go ahead and pull up last week's points. Let's see here. All right, last week it was Trials of Wombat and Gudon Synergy fought Mantra and 228. Trials and Gudon won 13-9, so it was a pretty close match uh, that we didn't get to see. And this week it is oh uh, Trials of Wombat and Mantra here on Team 2 side or Team 1 side. Sorry. I'm curious if we're going to see more like heavy pusha like we have
Right.
um, some of the previous matches, or if we're going to see a little more range trade. Uh,
Yeah, because when we streamed Div B, what, 2 weeks ago, or was that last week?
last week.
We saw the push strat on the
Yeah,
island side. One team successful in it, the other team not so much.
they just didn't commit. If they committed, they would have rolled their opponents over with that push.
Right.
That's what was frustrating to watch about it. It's that they had the momentum, they had the numbers. They got shot. Uh, well, I don't know if it's because they got shot. They did stumble, but they still pulled out a couple good drops though. So, and they
Mhm.
even pulled out that
Yep,
amazing win at the end of the on drop
they
5.
did. We're still short of players.
This
Second.
competition is a logistical competition. Goddamn right it is. that's that's yeah. You know what? I want that added to the rule book. Uh, teams who like their whole team gets ready and locked in. All right, team one's locked. Team two, 5 men. Um, if they get locked in a reasonable time, well under their opponent, they should get a bonus point. Because you know what they say, like, what is it? I can't remember the saying. It had something to do with uh, logistics versus tactics. Like real commanders study logistics. All right. Both teams seem locked. God, I hope so, because I'm punching it. This train isn't taking on any more passengers, and it's not stopping. We're 16 minutes into this, or sorry, actually 21 minutes. Uh, by the time drop one starts.
Mm.
Why Audu's team is fighting them? Question mark. Different levels. Um, rephrase the question. I'm kind of an idiot. I'm sorry. Get some good luck. Have funs. All right. I'm gonna look at blue team. They come down if you want to take
All
a look at
right,
the other.
will do.
All right. The music started.
There we
All
go.
right. I'm looking at the red goes the faster here in a Panther 8Z, GRAM Stone Rhino 7. Neander and Skokomesh. We got a Hellfire Void, Incubus 2, Black Lantern Alpha, Shadowcat, Spider, Jenner 2C2, and a Stone Rhino 2. What do we got on the other side while I look at some of these
Okay, on team two,
mechs?
we've got Arzak in the longbow overcharge. We got the Phoenix in a Black Lantern hero. We have Leonard in the Blackjack arrow. Uh,
Enemy forces have Sigma.
we have Imitri, or sorry, in the another longbow overcharge. We have Volt in the Cyrus 2V.
We
We
have
have
gained
Paid
Epsilon.
84 in the Orion 2 Skokomesh. We have
Alpha
Mintaka
is
in the
under enemy
Commando
control.
Doe. We
We
have
have Gamma.
Audus in the Summoner 2T. We got Dubious Squirrel in the Adder Warthog. And then we got Tank in the Mistlinks. Prime. Now let's see what we got.
So red has 2 on Sigma. Literally the rest of the mechs are pushing towards Saddle actually. They are not doing anything island at all. Blue team has a scout at the island. Definitely has to realize there's nothing there. The last 2 mechs on red team side are regrouping now. Blue
All
is
right.
about to flip Theta. They got 1 capper off of there. But they have a lot of range here on this side and out in the water. It looks like they are going to go for a,
Resource point Theta
you
is
know,
ours.
hold the enemy at bay as long as you can and just
Yeah.
like, use some of that speed to keep rotating away. But red
Team
team
2 on those overcharges are set up with ER large lasers. And the Skokomesh is triple peeps. So a lot of
yeah.
range. The Summoner 2 was Proto 8s.
Okay, is red team going saddle? Is their whole
They
team
are
going
going
saddle?
saddle. Yep.
Well, some are,
Looks
but
like
is
they
the
are.
whole team? Oh, the whole team is going saddle. This is nuts. What's happening?
Or they're
I'm
holding saddle.
confused.
Ah.
Well, they're trying to go saddle. They're getting grazed in the back, and it keeps turning around and to kind of cover the
Yep.
rear. Like
Yeah, it looks like they're just
Paul
trying to get
here,
the
he's
saddle.
getting shot a bunch in the back. I think just twisting and keep going forward would have been better. He could have got out of those lasers twice as fast.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
Emitter in the longbow trying to provide some cover with the I think he's running the 5-4
Yeah,
5
he's
ER
running 5.
mediums, ER largest, sorry.
Yep. Yep. He's 5 ER larges with 3 medium pulse and 4 smokes.
Look at the mini map. It's stock
We
crimson
captured resource point
all of a
Sigma.
sudden. Red team's on the right side of saddle, blue team's on the left. What is happening? Well, blue team is just going to take all the caps that red gave away for free. I think red was planning to push around, like push into them here over here, but the problem is they didn't leave anyone to make sure the blue team couldn't just run away from them. So they're going to come over here and have to start this whole push all over again. Blue team's going to, looks like they're going to hold island.
Well, the good news is red does have enough speed that they can retake their caps.
Yeah, look at that. Blue's capper is just going back to take theta. It's like
Right.
he's like hey, you took my cap from me. I'm gonna go take it back.
They have resource
So
point
he's gonna
Gamma.
flip that back. Blue is they're gonna start running away with caps soon. As soon as they flip that. Yeah, since they flip theta back, it'll be a 4-1 cap. Red has one going to epsilon.
Oof.
I'm a little confused, but like what the plan is happening. It looks like they're
Resource
going to
point
push
Theta is
island.
yours.
Oh no! Oh no! The Phoenix! Oh Phoenix! Oh no! You YOLO'd ahead of everybody! Oh, he's gonna! Oh no! Oh, that's a free death.
Yep.
Vault coming in. Yeah, they're pushing across. From where Team One just was 3 minutes ago. Cyrus, Vault and the Osiris getting lit up. Leonard in the Black Lantern. Side torso's open. Aldous in the Summoner. Putting out some fire. G-Ram is holding this corner here very well. Yeah, he's still fairly fresh. Side torso's open, but I don't think he's going to go down. He might have just got halved there. Yeah, he did get halved. Red is now at the top of the hill.
Yeah.
Looks like they're going to try to push that down.
A lot of overheat damage though on Team 1.
They've
Yeah,
taken
Team 1 has a
Epsilon.
lot of blue lasers. Team 2, they got here on the island and trading, but
Yeah.
they're kind of in a pocket because as I zoom out, you can see blue team has red team kind of, surrounded.
Right.
They don't have a lot of cover where they're at on the island,
We have Gamma.
and basically all the blue team guys were able to pull out, pull back, get range, and lay into him again. G-Ram holding that line there for so
You got
so
somebody
long.
getting crossfire.
They get Neander too. But I don't think they have enough HP to push
No.
through this. They might get a pick on JBV in that Jenner. That Jenner's, well, he's at 71% in red. Is that a headshot? Usually a headshot.
It is.
Someone
We have
almost
gained
got a
Epsilon.
lucky headshot there.
But the red goes the faster is getting the cross shots into the back.
Yeah, 3 of red goes down from those that crossfire. Commander here diving at Winter's Rigger. Winter's Rigger, I think, is going to go down here. He is being lit up. The focus fire is pretty good. He's open in all torsos. He does go down. Man, that Commando, the TOC3, solid little mech. Same with the Adder W. It can't tank to save its life, but the damage output it can do is pretty gnarly.
Now we're just wrapping up some of the stragglers.
Yeah.
We've
Oh,
gathered
wait.
enough resources.
Did I just see a
This
team
trial
kill?
will provide us huge tactical benefit.
Was Barry team killed? I can't tell.
Might have been. But
I can't
we
tell
capped out,
if he
so.
suicided or team killed. Oh, we did cap out.
So.
No. Someone else suicidal. Barry killed Mantra. That's what happened.
All right.
Looking at damage numbers here. Neander 620 and that Orion Skullcamesh. Pretty good. And blue team just had higher damage numbers all around. Reds taking the scenic route for their push. I think it just opened them up to get for giving out free armor, right? Trading away free armor for nothing. Which emitter in that longbow did pretty good, 509. Phoenix and the Black Lantern, 5 damage before he got popped. All right. And here comes the hard part. I gotta swap these teams correctly. All right. Swapping sides. Wait. Oh my god, I've already messed up. Okay. Oh shoot, I forgot I had all the wrong servers. Oopsies. Neon and trim. Yeah, stop leaving and joining the server while I'm doing this team swap. It's easier if I can just do 1-for-1. Take the first guy here, swap it here. But when people leave the server, join the server while I'm trying to do that, that's where things get complicated. Alright. They say it looks good. Team 1, 5 men. Alright, check the chat here. Crimson Straight. Someone said I heart Crimson Straight. Yeah. I kind of like the map too. I only ever have these problems with the Euro guys. I'm gonna call you all out. Like the Aussies, they all just sat down, waited until I swapped teams, and then they did all their stuff. The NA guys, they sat, waited for me to swap teams, and then they moved around. But no, you guys, they can't sit still for 5 seconds. They're like a chihuahua, man. Or like your dog.
I was going to say, I think saying like a dachshund would have been more appropriate, you know, since Chihuahua is a North American breed. Anyways.
Alright. I'm assuming everything else is good. And just gotta wait for them to lock up. Chat or the people watching are still catching up on the match. So we got one more. We have this Crimson Straight drop, and then we move on to the next map, which is HPG. Teams don't swap until second HPG drop, and then teams swap for the last time. And then they do second HPG drop, and then Polar Highlands. Paradox, WTF. Hello, what? You guys could take company command and kick yourself. But I'll be nice. I'll do it this one time. All right. You know, even like the draft division, everything's like mixed up because it's the draft division. But even in here in the main divisions, the teams are pretty mixed compared to previous seasons.
Right.
Like surprisingly so. What do you think of the tournament format, Orc? Two
I
teams
think
of
it's
five.
unique. I actually kind of like it. You know, it's something different where you have 2 teams of 5 competing as one team. No practices, or at least supposed to not. You're supposed to just show up and play. I kind of like it. It makes it random. It makes the matches unique. And sometimes you see it. You can kind of sometimes see the dysfunction of certain teams
Yeah.
versus others.
Yeah, you can see when groups when groups synergize well, and then they just flow together, right? Like a school of fish. And then there's
Right.
also the groups that don't synergize so well, and those are pretty obvious too.
And sometimes it can pay off. I mean, we see it in quick play all the time where you'll see a team and it's like you can almost not train and predict for the unpredictable. You know, and especially in the higher tiers, most guys are used to seeing things played a certain way, and then they get some they get some low tier player and it's like, wait, they did exactly the opposite of what I thought, and sometimes it bites them in the butt. Because they just don't see they don't see the absurdity coming.
Yeah. Oh, there is the other divs are played at the same time. That's another unique thing about this tournament.
Right.
Instead of teams squabbling over like when to have their drop time, it's all forced the default drop time. So all EU teams play at the same time. So Div A, B, and C all are playing at the same time. And then here this evening, all the NA teams play at the same time.
Right.
Which means I only get to cast one of them. It's also a great excuse to why I can only cast one of them.
But
Oh, don't
I'm not
yawn.
gonna lie, I kind of like the default time things, and it just kind of it eliminates the arguments. It allows guys to schedule around their personal lives a lot easier.
Yeah,
No fuss, no mud.
yeah. The best part is, it's like, hey, listen, you want to play comp? Yeah, but I don't know if, like, when are you going to need me for the schedule? It's like, here's the dates. They're all locked in. There's no changing them. Just
Right.
show up.
Right. I mean, and when you asked me to co-stream the other day, it actually was quite convenient because I'm currently staining a wooden project. So I was like, oh, I've got an hour or two to wait while that's curing.
Dude, I should have got that AC off you last time I was at your place. Because
Yep, you
it's been
should've.
hot and humid, like, every other day. It's
Yep.
sucked.
Well, the good news is, Level, I'm just predicting that the weather is going to get cooler tomorrow for you because it's been cool today for me. So,
Yeah, it's not as bad today as it was yesterday, or it's not even as bad as it was this morning. This morning, because it just didn't cool off last night from yesterday,
right.
so it was still kind of like hot, even though I had the
I
windows
was,
open with the cool night air. It was just
yeah,
not cold enough and too humid to actually cool down.
yeah. Summer decided to finally show up here in the Midwest, and it looks like it's going to be that way this week too, Level, getting up into the 90s.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to take my son swimming. It's like my favorite thing to do, and I still gotta teach him to swim. He's 7, going on 8. I was that age when my parents just threw me in the deep end of a pool and said, "Doggy paddle, doggy paddle." Oh, okay, both teams are locked. Thank God. All right, I can't launch. Why can't I launch?
Our
Checking
team might
validity of
even.
deck. What's happening? They locked and unlocked. Oh, everyone, Boo this man. Boo.
Something must have happened yet.
Well, they said they checked the validity. They also locked like way too fast, right? They definitely had time. Because they technically locked
Yep.
before Team 1 locked. They didn't have to.
Yeah, somebody probably brought a mech with an improper loadout, and the game flagged it.
Yeah.
All right.
Double check that we're good. Alright, now we're punching it. Alright, guys. We are 36 minutes into the cast or 40 minutes into the cast.
Drop 2.
We're only on drop 2. Oh my god! It's gonna be a long day. Yeah, I still gotta finish getting my sleep in before
yeah.
tonight's cast.
You know what? I got ice cream in the freezer. I might as well grab it and just sit there and eat it.
Oh, dude, I'm fasting, and ice cream sounds so good. All right, I'm gonna do blue team again, which should be the opposite team this time. I'm just gonna point out, I don't see a lot of heavy industry on this planet, yet the water's brown. Like, what's happening with
Well, it's sunset. Or sunrise. One or the other.
There is no sun. You're wrong. Alright, I'm looking here at the blue side. We got a Black Lantern D, Mislinks Prime, Ice Ferret J, Incubus 2, Night Gear H, another Skullcamesh, Shadowcat Delta, Bull Shark 2, second Black Lantern, and a Stone Rhino Axum. Oh, that Axum's going to be DACA for days. What we got on the other side?
Now on the red team, we've got the Adder Warthog,
DACA for days.
Stone Rhino 2, we got the Ice Ferret J, we got the Jenner 2C2, we got the Stone Rhino 7, Scarecrow Hero, the Shadowcat Hero, and the Hellfire Void, the Black Lantern, Black Lantern A, and the Orion 2C Skullcamesh. What are on these builds? Let's see. ER large lasers on the Shadowcat.
We have Gamma.
Red.
Heavy medium lasers on the Jenner.
They put. Is this Worlds 2021 all over again? They got they got traders up here on the mountainside, the southern mountainside. Well, they did. It looks like they're coming off of it now.
Talking about red? Yeah.
Yeah, I think they set it up to prepare for a push. That's usually why people do it. It looks like that push is not coming, so they're moving back forward. Blue team has 2 going to Theta. They have a nice spread across the northern side of the map. Red team has 1 light on saddle. I don't know which light it is, but he looks like this Jenner 2C might be coming. Okay, it's Stim scouting in the Ice Ferret. His wildly crazy painted Ice Ferret.
Oh.
Is that a do you know the way Ice Ferret? Is that what that's supposed to be? I don't.
It was the Ice Ferret
It's hurting
J?
my eye. Yeah, it's hurting my eyes actually. I think that's intentional. You can't shoot it if your eyes hurt when you look at it.
Yeah. Well, it's like I actually had somebody tell me who plays light mix that if you put the most obnoxious camo on him, a lot of times it actually throws the eyes off. Don't know if that's true. Chat can argue about it.
Yeah. The Discord is magical. We have call in English and Russian.
But yeah, that is a narc. Why is there a narc on the Ice Ferret J? I didn't see missiles on their team.
That's probably just for extra tonnage and to create permanent scouting opportunities, you know. Mark the wolf pack, and then you know where the wolf pack is for like a whole minute.
Target spotted.
Target acquired.
Check some cockpits here.
I was gonna say this. Nope. I was gonna say that the light going to Theta and just noping out of there from blue team. They saw their Theta.
Keep it up. Need assistance.
Artillery strike online.
4 heavy.
Target spotted is controlled by the enemy.
Alright, looking at the other team now.
Artillery strike online.
Right now, the wolf pack for red is just kind of flirting around the
enemy is at
garage
25%.
area.
Artillery strike online.
Stormcrow, the red goes to Festa, has dual beams and a bunch of micro smalls.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Affirmative.
Rest of the trader set.
Target spotted.
New
Target
target
spotted.
acquired.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, Neander is at 79%, but most of that's internal structure damage from heat.
Yeah, that Axum could put out a lot of damage for days. Red team getting a little wide here with both the stone rhinos. Beautiful, beautiful mech. Stone Rhino kind of gives me
Interesting.
Metal Gear vibes. I don't know why, but it
It-
does.
Interesting that the damage numbers look the way they do on red, because both of those stone rhinos have full armor except for G-Ram's right arm. Most of the damage I'm seeing is internal.
Yeah. Both teams playing a little more cautious this time. Well, red team played this cautious last time when they were blue
Yeah.
last match, but yeah, they're
Red
using the
teams
two
will
stone rhinos.
definitely
They're securing this
capture.
lane, and now they're sending mechs across the water. Stimrog coming in with his ice fair. I wonder if he's gonna get some narcs here. See if we can't find him.
Collected 50% of their resources. Capture resource points
Oh.
from them to stop the
I don't know what
bleeding.
number he is. 8. There we go. He's number 8.
Target spotted.
He has
Got a
9
bad
narc
track on
rounds,
line
so
on
he's
data.
been using it.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Yeah.
We're gonna watch Stim here
Looks
for
like
a minute. I
Blue's-
want to see him narc somebody.
Looks like Blue's going to send a third.
Hey!
Theta.
Yeah, he
I don't
narked
know
that
who-
lantern. That was a good narc.
Target spotted.
This Mislinks thinks he's gonna come here and take on Stim, but Stim has 3 big guys in Overwatch.
Yeah, but it looks like a lot of Blues rotating towards Epsi, so.
They are. Well, most of Red's team is on the far side of the island.
Yep.
You know, I mean, there's a couple in the center. Oh, I take that back. The mechs that were towards Theta have gotten pulled back. Emitter, man, this guy's been trading for days because he's down to 37%, half his mech already. Azra and the Bull Shark also pretty injured. Emitter is being now shot from 2 different directions. That ER mech on the saddle's getting some good shots into this pack of blue guys here, because these guys are kind of stuck out in the open. They're also strike bait if anyone get any strikes here. We saw this morning, a team that got stuck kind of right here in the pocket.
Yeah.
And then they just got surrounded on and slowly farmed. Neander here might actually be going down. I think they're going for the pick. Yeah, they're definitely going for the pick. They get Neander. Phoenix is probably going to go down 2 for this. Yeah. He was just too injured. So that was a 1-to-1 trade. HP wise, Team 2 still has the advantage here overall.
Yeah.
Team 1, if they can make a play somewhere, they might be able to like do something about this.
Once again, red team's Wolfpack rotating towards Theta. I think they can feel that Blues
Yeah.
under pressure.
Yeah, and Blue's sitting their wolf pack now. I think Red's is a lot healthier though. Stimrog's pretty injured. No, he only has 2 friends with him. There we go. There we go.
Yeah. Mokar is the ER large laser.
Leonard goes down. This wolf pack over here, I think, is going to be the linchpin of the match now. Stimrog running for the cap Theta. Three of his buddies in tow, one holding saddle, two coming in. Blue team, Numerator leading the charge here. Alright, the diving into Stimrog. Numerator kind of ran into a wall. Stim just still alive. CT basically one touch. All Deuce goes down, Paradox goes down over there in the fight. Red team is just mopping them up. The traders. See how this little fight goes. Minatra went for the cap. Oh, Red already had the caps. Ah.
Red had the caps.
Yeah, I wasn't paying attention to that. Well, shoot, that's a low kill game again. Arzea, Bull Shark 2, 831 damage. All Deuce in the Night Gear, 616. G Ram, Stone Rider 7, 903. A few big numbers here. You see, if the water was muddy, it would be brown and like murky. It's clear. It's brown and clear water.
Yeah, which is on point for a sunset.
There was no sun in the sky. Checkmate, try hard. Hold on, I gotta change the map. Next is HPG. Teams don't swap. And I'm apparently blind. Alright. Team won 5 minutes.
Discourse is magical. We have call in English and Russian.
At DPS, we just beat people until they start speaking English, you know? Once English sounding noises are being made, we go light on the beating. Oh, checking the ticket, make sure everything's good. Alright. From the official side of things, we are good.
Wow.
Okay, so Team 1's on the timer. I got into the cockpits a little bit. Probably should have got into them more there at the end of the fight. I think I'll do all this one. The question is, what do you think? We going to see basement strats? I think we're going to see basement strats.
On HPG.
Yeah.
We saw basement strats last week.
I saw them this morning too. Well, I should say basement strats. This morning, one team sent 3 lights to take Theta, right? Underneath.
Mhm.
The other team sent an assault mech, a heavy mech, and a medium. It was an assault mech and 2 heavies. They were outclassed in weight by like 3 times. And the lights just kind of stood on Theta. No one really scouted the doors. So when they marched the 2 heavies and the assault through the doors and then past the little wall towards center, they were trapped at that point. And those mechs lit them up and slaughtered them. And then the match immediately within seconds completely flipped over on its heels. And then they just pushed out and then just ran over the rest of the team. It was pretty good. It was very strong. Yeah, scouting's important. Never
Well, it
forget.
It kind of hurts when all your scouts are in the basement on Theta, doesn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, when they all die on Theta, it's hard to scout anything out anymore, I guess. That's a good point. I heard some people complaining today about Soup Queue. Quick play. Being super fun. I guess there's also an event with a mech up for grabs. That's easy to get. Stone Rhino or something. Don't quote me for the people watching, but check the event tab in your in-game. Might see what I'm talking about. I haven't checked. I just know someone said something earlier. My son was being too quiet. I had to go check on him again. You know how that is.
Hey, so long as there's not any weird burning smells coming from the kitchen, I'm sure everything's okay.
Dude, that microwave is ruined. I've scrubbed it out, but it's got some scorch marks in it. But it's the smell of burnt popcorn. Just it's like locked in there now. It just lives in the machine. In 1,000 years, when that thing's dug out of like, some
It'll
landfill,
still smell like burnt
yeah, it'll still smell like burnt popcorn.
Uh,
It definitely will.
well, my wife and I have one of those Instapots. It's not the Instapot brand, but the non-stick lining's been peeling off on it. We've been trying to figure out what to do
Uh-oh.
with it. We just had the state vet from Zimbabwe email us saying that he needed a new autoclave, and it was like bingo. So we're gonna donate it to them
Nice.
to be used in an autoclave, because basically an autoclave is nothing but a big pressure cooker
Yeah.
with a side door. So they just need something to be able to, sanitize their utensils, or medical tools.
Oh yeah. When do you go on that Doctors Without Borders thing? Trip.
That's gonna be here the second week of July. So
Yeah. Yeah. Shout out to Orc's family. They're going to the bad parts of Africa for Doctors Without Borders kind of missionary work kind of stuff.
Yeah.
They can go help
Yep.
villagers, vaccinate
Yeah,
them,
we're gonna-
help them out, do all the basic stuff, teach them how to clean
We're at-
wounds.
Yeah, we're adding a whole paternity wing to a hospital, and then we're also going to be building some schools for some of the local villages, so they have a roof that they can teach kids under. So
Yeah. Everyone deserves opportunity, and it's great you and yours are bringing it to people. All right, Team 1 is finally greenboarded. Holy crap.
yeah, they were quicker this time. It
They
seems
were.
like they almost
They did.
fighted for this map.
They're 2 minutes faster than last time.
They were probably like, finally a map we can either go range or push. There's no hard thinking on this map.
Yes, there is. Oh my god. You know how many times
We're
I've
gonna-
overthought this map?
Yes.
Don't even say it. All right. I gotta take a quick bio. Once Team 1 fully greenboards, let Team 2 know they have the 5-minute timer. Be back in 30 seconds.
Will
I'm
do.
thirsty.
Going to check the chat. Should get the Frenchies to talk in French as well for maximum confusion. Only cursing in French for maximum spies. And just like that, I broke my spoon.
All right, I'm back. Got me a bottle of water. All right, Team 1 has locked. You did not tell Team 2 5 minutes. You had one job, sir.
They literally just locked.
Yeah.
I was looking at the chat.
I don't believe you for a second.
Yeah, he literally just locked.
You're You bring great shame and dishonor to your family.
Yeah, get in line. There's a whole lot of people that think that.
Only cursing in French for maximum spice.
Right.
I don't know.
I almost want
to
tell.
French people cursing is almost absurd in a funny way, because it almost sounds like they're just talking backwards. That makes sense.
Right. No, the only people
just
who strike
insulted.
fear in me when they're yelling angry and curse words is my Chinese friends. So, because you can't tell if they're swearing at you or not.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. German's pretty rough. German, man,
yeah,
it's guttural. It's a guttural language. So like, if someone doesn't talk to you with like their voice intentionally like raised an octave kind of thing, they sound like they sound like they're about to murder you. Like, not even in your sleep. They're just gonna murder you in front of everybody.
yeah, and this whole discussion of language kind of just brings back home that night where we tried to get Brios to insult Hydro Kyle. And every time he would insult him, it sounded like an invitation. His voice and his cadence just doesn't lend well to insults.
Yeah. Soup is bad. Yeah. That's why I only play comp. Sheedy.
faction.
I can hear Arzak from here. Ha. Yeah, we all know a guy like that, right? That you don't have to be in the same room as him, but you know what's happening in that room.
Oh, damn it.
Like you can hear what they're going to say and everything.
Broke my spoon.
How'd you? Oh, plastic spoon. I was about to say, how'd you break a spoon?
Yeah, plastic spoon. I'll be right back.
All right. So looks like they're Team 1 stacking Alpha Charlie real hard. 2 and Bravo. Team 2 looks like they're missing a guy actually. All right. They want to play man down. You know, more the merrier.
You know, these teams take any longer to ready up. I'm going to have to go work on my wood staining project because it's a maximum of 2 hours after putting wood conditioner on that you have to apply the stain.
Yeah, we're going to keep making fun of you guys because you guys are officially the worst division right now for how long it takes to get ready. Like by a mile. I love you guys anyways. But I am going to shit talk you a little. You earned
With
it.
this being Div A, you almost would expect them to be more organized, right?
Well, that's usually the way they present themselves. They're like, "Oh, look at us. You should cast us. We're more organized. It's better. We're going to provide better content. It's going to be more organized." Yeah, you should always cast Div A. And then we cast Div A, and they take longer than the guys than the silly shenanigans division guys that literally are throwing their decks together as the match is happening. Team 2 has locked. Are you ready? I don't care. I'm punching it.
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, we're finally going into drop 3. Over an hour. All right, I'll lay off of it. Yeah, it's HPG. Fantastic map. Classic. Uh, very classic. It used, for those who know, the HPG tower actually used to be in the center of the map, and used to be hard potato rotato. I mean, there's still a little bit of potato rotato in the map, but it's not as hardcore as it used to be. All right. It looks like I'm looking over here at Team 2 first. We got Stimrog in the Spider 5e, Stone Rhino, Axum, Hunchback 2cc. I'm going to have to double check. That could be UAC 20s. It is dual UAC 20s. My man. Bounty Hunter 2, Stone Rhino 2, Night Gear D, Timberwolf H, Mad Dog BA, Hellspawn 9F, and the Mislinks ED. What we got on the other side?
We have Gamma.
All right, on the other side, we have the Red Goes the Fasta in the Timberwolf Howl, and that is AP Goss and SRMs. We have the Night Guard D, we have Hunchback 2C, Hellspawn 9F, which was also an SRM build, Marauder Bounty Hunter 2. We have the Mislinks Hero, the Mad Dog Bounty Hunter, BA. And then we have the Stone Rhino 2, the Stone Rhino Axum, and the Spider 5e.
Artillery strike
The
online.
Mad Dog is Ultra 20s. This is a little mix of Brawl and range. Stone Rhinos are set with ERR lasers and Goss. The Bounty Hunter 2 is Goss or
We have
Peeps.
gained Epsilon.
So yeah,
Got some light trades going out, going through all the cockpits here.
Airstrike online.
sure, Red has
Yeah, a lot of wall trading going on.
Target spotted.
This Night Gear just got some good shots in the side torso of that Stone Rhino. The Stone Rhino.
Night Gear Proto.
Target
Ooh,
spotted.
but that Stone Rhino has so much firepower.
So
This
Night Gear on
this
team-
Night Gear is immediately 88%
New
CT
target,
orange.
Artillery strike online.
The Night Gear on Team 2 is AC-10 with 2 Proto 8s, AP Goss, and 3 Plasmas, which I find
Zeta is controlled by
very
the
interesting.
enemy.
Oh, there's a Godzilla on the map.
Oh,
I just
we
realized
got to
that.
fight with the Shadow Cat down low in basement.
Yeah. Oh, hey, they did stack their team basement. They did basement strats.
Yeah, the brawl lance went basement, which is why I thought they
they're
would
jumping
do.
up. They're jumping up. Oh, here we
Yeah,
go.
their Night Gear is taking a beating.
Oh, that Night Gear is getting just slaughtered. Oh, he
Yep.
goes down. Timberwolf pushing in. They have the speed, but not the armor.
Oh, the horror! It's divulging. They took the fight out of their Overwatches.
Right torso critical damage.
That might have been a little too aggressive, too quick.
New target
Yeah,
acquired.
they kind of threw 5 mechs into 10 because the enemy had those Overwatch mechs too, and they're using it to fantastic effect right now.
I mean, surprisingly, they're able to get away, and the damage they actually caused more damage than they took, other than losing the 1 mech. So I mean, that's a net positive for their engagement. Wow, I was not expecting that. Yep, they were able to get away.
They pulled back. I'm looking at the HP numbers.
No,
Yeah.
they dished out more than they took, other than losing 1.
Yeah, it does look that way.
They have resource point Gamma.
Oh, we got a little bit of a brawl here over near the D4 side. Looks like Stone Rhino.
All Deuce the Summoner goes down. G-Ram is
Yeah.
real injured here. Actually, he's not that bad. He's not that bad. Side torso's open.
Yep.
Paradox and G-Ram both side torsos open. That Night Gear on the wall finally goes down.
Timberwolf rears torso. How's the Summoner? Summoner, yeah, most of the damage on Summoner's 54%, but that's mostly in the back. That's not his front armor is pretty still there. Oof.
They managed to get
Emitter just
Emitter
went down.
down. Yeah, the way Red pulled back, they got in there, they got super aggressive, they used their speed to their advantage, and then, even though they lost a mech, they just unloaded as much damage as they could, and then they bailed. They used their speed to get out of there before the enemy could, pin them down. And then
This Locust.
they pulled back, and then they've just been, pulling the enemy into these little 2v2s like this. This 2v3 here, and this 2v4. That's been what's happening to Blue this whole time. They
Yeah,
push forward
they're
in these
just
little
completely
groups, and then
outgunned,
Red
right?
just makes sure that they outnumber them
Taken Epsilon.
5-2 or whatever in each of these little engagements. This will be a win for Red again here because they're just down to this Locust. Can Locust get another kill in? No, I don't think he is. Good attempt though.
The
Good
enemy has
attempt.
capped enough resources.
Wow.
We failed.
Red also had all
Definitely
5
didn't go
caps.
the way Yeah, definitely didn't go the way I thought it was going to go. I was like, man, Red's getting aggressive there at the beginning, but no, they threw out more than they took, surprisingly.
Someone yelled Estrot watch at me for talking about the time. Listen. I'm not going to penalize them. I am going to shit talk them. That doesn't make me Estrot watch. Or the S-Swatch. The Swatch. Yeah, the Swatch. Look out, the Swiss. Holy crap. G-Ram and the Axum farmed 1234 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4 for days. 3 kills, 6 assists. Damn. Those are quick play numbers. Like high-end quick play numbers. Looking across the board here. Yeah, that night gear only 61 damage, but like that push, uh, you know, it was like a
Yeah, but if you,
sledgehammer into a brick wall. The sledgehammer took a little chip, brick wall, you know, cracked all the way through, and then when they pulled back for another swing, and they
right.
just shattered that
Well,
wall in that second attack.
looking at the damage numbers
Swapping
the other
teams.
mechs that pushed with him, they were all plus 400 damage. So yeah, he sacrificed himself, but his buddies more than made up for it. So what do you think? Similar strat as the team swap sides?
One second, make sure that I did the team swap right. Oh yeah, this morning someone messed with me. I didn't tell you about that. All right, teams look good. Cool. Team 1 on 5 men. This morning, after I did a team swap, someone told me that somebody on their team actually had needed to go on the other team. And so when I swapped them over, everyone was like, "No, no, no, send them back." Yeah, right in the middle when the teams are like putting their decks together.
Right.
Oh, uh, Keck, Stem, and Spider 5e looks like he remembered our previous matches. There was a firefight. Yes, that's that's exactly what it felt like. Well, for you, it feels like past tense for me. It just went nuts there real fast, and then they pulled back. It was beautiful.
It looked worse than it did too. That was what was really strange about it. Like it looked like Blue had the upper hand.
It looked like Blue was about to slaughter them. Like
Yeah.
I thought for sure Blue was about to like pull the W there, right? But yeah, Red pulled out and got out of there. It was great. So Team One's on a 5-minute timer. They got eight in channel or in lobby. See where that goes. Oh no, I gotta close my Steam windows. Terrible.
Yeah, but I completely missed that G-Ram did not go up top with the rest of the traders. He was down low to begin with.
Well, he was the Ice Ferret in the last one, right? The Narc Ice Ferret?
He was Stone Rhino.
Oh, that's
in
right.
the last.
Who's the Narc Ice Ferret?
That would be
The G-Ram?
no. Stimrog was playing the. I thought Stimrog was playing the Ice Ferret in the Crimson Strait.
Yeah, that's the first thing I said. You said no. Okay, so he was the Ice Ferret. Yeah, he was up close and personal this whole match so far. I don't think he's been doing any range trading. I think he's been like basically knife fighting it and then narking too. Oh, you missed a bunch of ATM boats and learn boats this morning, bud.
Really?
Yeah. It seems the Aussies like they love their lock-ons down under.
Been seeing a lot of ATMs in quick play lately.
I don't know. Did they get buffed or something recently? Because for a while there, it was basically a lost tech, like or well, not lost tech.
Right.
Lost tech's a good thing in BattleTech. No, this was like, they were nerfed into the ground, and then Thunderbolts basically made them irrelevant, like entirely irrelevant. Yeah, GRAM was the Axum. That's right in the last drop.
Mm-hmm.
All right, it's 2 drops to go. It is currently 3-1.
I'm still hoping they add lock on
two,
MRMs,
three.
but that's just me.
It's 2-3. Sorry. Block on isn't that what a thunderbolt is?
No.
I don't know, man. They kind of shoot straight. What? Okay. Lock on rocket pods. Artemis rocket pods. Come on now. Add an extra ton, and now your rockets lock. You still only get one shot though, so make it count. Chicken Man G-Ram is playing quick play. Yeah. Oh. Oh, ad break in progress. Ooh la la. Money, money, money. Money.
Oh, this is Brad Pitt the movie? Is that what it literally just said? No, that can't be right.
Brad Pitt the movie? What?
I think that's what it said for the title. I thought it was like a Formula One movie.
Brad Pitt in Brad Pitt the movie. Has anyone ever like acted in their own autobiography before? Or is that like a level of like narcissism no one's achieved yet?
I don't know. You're gonna make me Google this.
Yeah, you Google it. I'm running the stream. I can't risk Googling it. You Google it. You tell me if anyone ever cast themselves as themselves in their own autobiography. Or sorry, it's called a biopic because it's a movie. Oh hey, I'm getting a Jurassic World commercial. The new Jurassic World kind of looks cool. I'm not gonna lie. Also, if anyone's like big Jurassic Park fans, if you have Netflix, that Camp Cretaceous is pretty good. I've watched that with my son. You know, like every other episode or you know, animated like kid show. You know, it's not like the deepest, but it's pretty good. It was good. It held my attention. I was actually like, I started looking forward to like what was going to happen next in the season. So it's worth a watch. It's like the story takes place alongside the Jurassic World movies for the most part.
To answer your question, Level, yes, Howard Stern played in his own autobiography, Private Parts, which is basically a movie about him and his
Oh my
start.
God, that's right. Oh my God, that's right. Oh, Howard Stern. Of course, you had to be the biggest narcissist in the world.
Muhammad Ali was also in The Greatest, which I guess was a movie about himself.
Well, did he play himself? He has to play himself too. That's what makes it. All right, Team One's locked.
They said they played himself.
That's crazy. Like, I can understand, like, making a cameo in your own biopic, right? Like, ha ha ha, it's about me, right? Like, that's not too bad. But when you play yourself in your own biopic,
Yeah, Jackie Robinson in the Jackie Robinson story, I think played himself. And they said Ronda Rousey's about to play herself in a movie about her life called Fight/Your Fight. So yeah, there you go.
well, I stand corrected. Apparently, it's happened a lot more often than I thought.
But yes, I think you'd have to be a little bit of a narcissist to play yourself
Yeah.
in a movie about yourself. Yeah. But, you know, like I said, most successful people in life happen to be type A personalities, so.
Team 2 has locked, so here we go. Going into drop 4 now. Pull back at the right time to keep the engagement positive before it turned against them.
Well,
that's a testament to the teams of being able to cohesively pull back without overcommitting. Yeah. That's what's so great about some of these Div A teams, especially like if you watch Worlds and stuff. Or in my case, casting Worlds. Or I didn't cast Worlds last year. The year before I did. But yeah, you get to see that like intimately, you know. It's very interesting because it's almost instinctually they can tell like, you know, the pull back before someone says, "Hey, we need to pull back." All right, I'm looking at the mechs here. I'm looking at red side. Arzak, Kodiak 3. We got Osiris 1P, Shadow Cat Delta, Stone Rhino 6, Kodiak 3, Night Gear D, Executioner Alpha, Orion M, Ice Ferret J, and Locust 3V. What we got on the other side?
All right, on Team Blue, we got the Jenner F. We got the Direwolf W. We got the Annihilator 2A. We got the Stormcrow D. We got
He
the
has
Mad
glowy
Dog
eyes.
BA.
He
We
has
got the
glowy
Stone
eyes.
Rhino 2. We have the Mad Cat 1. We have the Night Guard D, the Shadow Cat Hero, and the Spider 5E.
Kappa is under enemy control.
He
I am
bought the
kinda
glowy
curious.
eyes.
That Mad Cat 1's got to be
We have
Gauss
gained
ER
Epsilon.
large lasers.
Theta is controlled by the enemy.
All right,
Looks
Numerator
like we
Phoenix got did flip Theta, Stem. He had a buddy. I don't know where he went. Oh no, it wasn't a buddy. It was UAV. So Stem popped
Yep.
UAV. He's looks like he's about to check basement. I think Numerator's the only one left under there right now.
Annihilator's going low. He is running 6 AC5s and a light peep. That's GRAM. Looks like he's going to do some middle shenanigans or possibly go to the basement. And then the Stone Rhino Paradox, Gauss, and ER large lasers. Direwolf is also Gauss, ER large lasers with a bunch of micros. We'll get down here.
Yeah. Blue has 4 on the walls. 6 on the walls. They're doing a 6-4. Well, no. Stem just came off the wall. 5-5.
All right.
This Mad Cat 1 just gonna he's just gonna waddle on over here and get himself some angles.
Yep. GRAM's still waddling towards the middle. Oh, I didn't even see the Night Guard up there. That's that AC-10 Proto 8 AP Gauss build. Let's see if he has a better match this match.
Airstrike online.
Oh,
Target spotted.
Direwolf has gotten onto their side of the map.
Yeah, I'm
Getting
doing
those
some cockpit stuff.
Target spotted.
Airstrike activated.
We're
Target
seeing
spotted.
red shift left on their side.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Blue also
Target
aggressively
spotted.
shifting.
Airstrike online.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Target destroyed. Right torso critical.
Numerator's the
damage.
first
Ooh,
to go
G-Ram's
down.
about to get picked in the center.
Critical damage.
Target spotted.
He is body blocking like a champ. Those.
Target
Oh,
spotted.
he is CT one touch.
Ah, he got out of it alive. Holy crap! All right, there he goes.
Oh, he did.
He hugged that wall. It just gave his shoulder, and that machine gun back just could not break through. It seems like he gave up, but nope.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
25%.
Trimza, getting a nice shot on the Orion here in the center. Ooh, Ryan right torso is ready to pop.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
Fuel at 25%.
Confirming that we
Fuel
have
at
possession of Kappa.
0%. New
Target
target
spotted.
acquired.
Ooh, he gets the half.
Target spotted.
Let's see if he gets the kill.
Target destroyed.
Yeah, Neander gets the
New
kill there.
target acquired.
Target spotted.
So we got G-Ram and Tank down so far. 1-1?
Artillery
Yep.
strike online. Left torso critical
Ooh.
damage.
No, it's 1-2.
Center torso
So Tank can
critical
be right around.
damage.
Sorry.
Right or down. Yeah.
Hostiles have collected 50% of their resources. Capture resource points from them to stop the
Cauterizer
bleeding.
is CT open
Kappa
mode.
is under
67%.
Yeah, I'm going through the mechs on blue
Airstrike
team.
online.
They're pretty injured across the board.
Spotted.
At least from what I see in the cockpits.
Yeah.
Affirmative. Target spotted.
Mostly just the Mad Dog, Shadowcat, and the Night Gyre. Night Gyre being the worst.
All right. We have 5 mechs all kind of standing on top of each other.
I think they're deciding what to do.
Yeah, I think they need to go somewhere, just anywhere actually, because blue team's Wolfpack is picking off their backfield for and there's nothing these
Yeah,
guys
it's
stuck here
2-1,
can do anything
yep.
about it.
Yeah.
Well,
I
they
expected
are
Blue to
pushing
start
out,
tightening.
and
Captured resource
but
point
I
Sigma.
think it's a little too late because they're just getting annihilated every time they expose now, unfortunately. Looks like Jeff is looking for to get the kill here, or yeah, get one of these picks. Arzak, Kodiak, CT red.
Yeah.
Volt goes down. Arzak does go down. That leaves just what? Dubious and Emitter? Or just Emitter?
I'm looking for him.
Oh, okay, there's Dubious. Yeah, Dubious was still up. He got in a light fight with Stim and the Spider. But I think
Yeah, last mech's over on Kappa.
yeah. He did leg the Spider, but it's not going to work out here because the Spider's got friends now. They're going to get this pick on this Locust, and that'll be GG's.
Well, he got away,
Command
but
confirming that we have possession of Kappa.
oh, he got
We've
Mokar to
gathered
self-destruct,
enough
but
GG's.
Dubious Squirrel.
Will provide us huge
Looking at chat, apparently our talk about the biopic thing started a conversation. So I was specifically talking about biographies about like the true story of like the actor's life, played by the actor. Like Nicolas Cage in the Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. It was hilarious. Him playing himself, but like a satire of himself, but also himself was amazing. Oh yeah, looking at team damage numbers here. Winter's Rigor, 690 damage, very nice. Neander, and Direwolf F, 902. Red team, we got Azra and the Kodiaks both didn't do too bad. Kodiaks looked badass though. Might not have won the match, but he definitely won the dress up game. Trump played himself in Home Alone. Yeah, that's just a cameo still.
Yeah, there's a lot of actors who
Yeah,
cameos.
yeah. Last map is Polar.
Polar. Now that would be a map for some ATM shenanigans.
This is where I saw the ATM and learned this morning.
I can believe it. Just pack some stone rhinos and bull sharks with thunderbolts and alarms, and then have like a shadow cat or a vapor eagle just kite the enemy team with ATMs. I mean, that happened at Tournament of Stars a few years ago, where a team ran a ATM shadow cat quite effectively. It was quite hard to counter.
Yeah. Oh, the people are about to see G-Ram hug this wall and like not die to this machine gun back. It's so great. He just wiggles ever so slightly and like he manages to make all the damage go into his arm. But as you said, the guy just ran around and shot him from the other side. I thought he fucked off. It turns out he didn't. He was like, well, I'll just go around him.
Right.
By the way, have you seen that Nicolas Cage movie, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent?
I have not, but now.
Oh, it's hilarious. I've seen the memes from it, but when you actually watch it, it's hilarious. It
No,
was
seeing Nicolas Cage audition for Man of Steel, I thought was hilarious. Because he shows up dressed in a Superman outfit with his long hair and beard. And I'm just like, yeah, it just doesn't work.
yeah, yeah. There's a reason why they didn't pick him for the Superman. Yeah, when they did Man of Steel, if they cast Nick Cage, I love Nicolas Cage. I think he's one of the best, most interesting actors of our time, right? But him as
The Rock
Superman
Sportman
would
is one of
not
my
work.
favorites.
Just won't work. Like I don't think I would have watched Superman if he played Superman.
Right.
Because I mean, can you imagine Superman with Nicolas Cage eyes? You know what I mean? Like Lois Lane wouldn't have fell in love with him. She would have pepper sprayed him. You know, like, like yeah, like he can't play the dorky reporter, shy, super handsome. No, he plays the crazy guy better.
So what you're saying to the nerd community is there's a fine line between adorable nerd and creepy, serial killer stalkers.
Yeah, 100%. And people cross that line all the time because they're dumb.
Remember that, boys and girls? It's all about the eyes.
Yeah, yeah, it is. Oh, like walk up to a lady and be like, "Do you want to see my Pokemon collection?" With your eyes real wide, right? She's gonna kick you in the family jewels, and they call the police on you, right? Like 100% of the time, not sometimes, 100% of the time. But if you give them like the McDreamy eyes, right? Then they might politely tell you to F off. But they're not going to tase you.
I'll tell you about an awkward situation. So I was playing a gig at a Catholic church last Easter, and I had my iPad, and it has the Naruto Pokemon Smash up cover.
Of
where,
course it does.
Pikachu looks like
you
Naruto.
weeb. You freaking weeb.
And
Continue.
no joke, I'm sitting there, and some girl walks up. She wasn't a girl. She was probably actually older than me, which is kind of funny. Walks up to me and she goes, "I really like your iPad cover." She goes, "That's Pikachu, isn't it?" I'm just like, it's like of all the conversations you expect to have with a stranger, that was the lead-in. So yes, it can happen in real life.
I would have been like, if she said like, "That's Pikachu," and I'd been like, "No, that's Meowth." And then and I would have pointed at like Mew or Mewtwo, because if it's a Pokemon cover, one of those two is always on it. And I would have been like, "That's Pikachu," just to see, just to gauge the reaction.
Yeah, it makes me feel old to think that I'm old enough to have played all the games.
That's what makes you feel old, not the fact that like
No, what makes me feel old is when some Zennial walks up to me and goes, "I listen to classic rock," and they're talking about Green Day.
Yeah, I was listening to the classic rock, on the radio, and fucking Green Day's American Idiot played, and I went, oh no. I was like, oh shit, no. This is like when, I in 2000 when I was 10 years old. My dad was listening to the Beatles on the classic. Like that's how big of a time jump it's been.
Led Zeppelin, Queen, this stuff. All right, no, not. But then you also have to think, Green Day's been around.
Well, I mean,
since
yeah,
the early '80s. People don't even realize that.
Was it the early '80s? I thought it was the late '80s. Because I did have a couple of their grunge albums, right? That friends would burn from Napster.
My dad did security for them whenever he lived out in California.
Oh, that's cool.
During the '80s, right before they hit it big.
Well, I would argue they didn't really technically hit it big until that album,
American Idiot.
Yeah. Until then, even though they were big, they were only big as far as you can get with an underground band and filling out stadiums of 1,500, right? Or theaters 1,500.
Once that album came out, they blew up. So.
Oh yeah, they went immediate mega stardom.
But I still find it funny that there's very few bands that can still outsell U2.
Well, U2 somehow appeals to like the global audience. Cause like think about it, like we got a lot of songs about like like gang violence and stuff, right? Like, but I mean that kind of stuff happens everywhere in the world, but to an extent, some of that stuff that that our music is based off of only happens here, right? Like you don't have the South, right, for country music. Yeah, I mentioned gigs. Country music is an even easier example. There's rural farming communities across the world, right? But is any of them anywhere near like our South, like musically or like culturally? Not really. Um, Actually, take it back. There's this Finnish banjo bluegrass band I heard a few years ago that was crazy. Uh, Team One's locked.
Just waiting on Team 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna double check, or make sure.
I don't really think of the South as for country music. I think of like Oklahoma, Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, that kind of area.
Well, isn't that what the specific genre country western is about? Um, but I mean, it all kind of sounds the same nowadays. It's all what they call stadium
Both
country.
teams are locked now.
Well, both teams are green.
Team 2 just locked.
I'm not seeing it on my end. I
In-game?
see trim locked. That's
Oh.
Team 1.
Sorry, ignore me. That's what you just typed.
Oh, you idiot. You dumbass.
Yeah, I have my moments.
Finally, they answer. All right, we're punching it. Last drop of the day.
That's good, because the wife just texted me and asked me if we wanted to go on a date. Going to go get some Thai food.
Oh, well, I've completely lost track of all the points. So I can't give you a score. I know.
The points, I'm pretty sure, other than the duel, the blue team.
Oh
I'm
no.
just kidding.
Oh. So I play on a big monitor, so I have to have the game windowed, right? So that I can keep the correct aspect ratio for Twitch. Well, I somehow accidentally dragged my window off to the side, and now it's about a
Oh, did you
third
do
of the
that
game
again?
map from my visual is lost in the ether off my monitor.
Numerator, U2. Yes.
All right, I'm going to look at red here. Dubious in a Flea 19. We got a Commando DO3, a second Flea 19, Griffin 5-inch, Stalker 3F, Battlemaster 1G, Bloodass Bravo, Locust 1E, Bull Shark 2, and a Longbow OC. This smells like a lot of range. It is a lot of range.
All
What do we
right.
got on blue side?
And on the blue team, Barry Shippeas and the Wolfhound Clan, we have G-Ram and the Black Lantern A. We got Neander and the Hellfire Void. We got Winters and the Stone Rhino 2. We've got Trem in the Hellfire Void. We got Mokar in the Shadowcat Mishi. We've also got Cauterizer in the Shadowcat Mishi. We've got Stemrog in the Atlas W. JBV in the Flea 19, and then Paradox in the Crusader 6T. And if I can get close enough without my camera eating itself.
Ooh. Dubious in that Flea stood still for half a second, and he almost got he almost went to the big yeet in the sky from that void, narrowly dodging disaster from those Goths.
Yeah, the Shadow, the Crusader 3 EOR's laser build. Interesting. Atlas W. the Warlord. Heavy Gauss,
They
medium
have
pulse
resource point
lasers.
gamma.
Seems like a mix of mid-range. If I'm going to guess, 6 medium pulse.
So a bit of
Maybe on the void.
some mid, some long on their side.
Yeah.
Team 2 is going for Pride Rock.
20s and medium lasers. This seems like a mid-range kind of push, kind of strat.
Now, I'm going to say this: the longbow OC specifically, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very nice mech. But it has a lot of speed. I don't know why. Setting it up here on Pride Rock as a permanent training location is not what I would do. It would be better off going to flank, and start denying people cover. There's a little fight going on over here.
Yeah, there's one mech for red, just kind of
It's the flea.
overextended on the
Holy
blue
crap!
side.
Yeah, Dubia's got caught out, and he got surrounded. Oh no, they got his leg. Oh, he's about to be a snack. They
Down
didn't
goes
even
Dubia.
stop to kill them. They did not lose. They didn't lose any momentum on that. They are just marching through.
There's also a mech in the middle on Theta.
Blue team's got some interesting setups. They have a couple on Epsilon. This massive wolf pack on Sigma or near Sigma,
Yeah,
and then
tank.
like a guy in the center, and that's it.
Yeah, this could be bad for red though. They put all their lights right in the middle, and if you don't notice the map, blue is split. They're on both sides of that if they want to close that news. Which seems like that's what they're going to do. Seems like blue's wolf pack is pushing back towards mid.
Target spotted.
Possibly.
New target.
Target spotted.
Shadow
That's
Catcher,
right.
AP Gauss Plasma.
GRAM being lit up
We've captured resource point Sigma.
by Pamo.
The enemy is
I'm
at
just gonna call you Pam.
Affirmative. Target spotted.
New target
Target
acquired.
spotted. Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted. Target spotted.
Laser destroyed.
Target spotted. Target spotted.
GRAM being chased here. GRAM could get picked.
Left torso critical damage.
Resource point Theta
Right
is
leg
ours. Target
critical
spotted.
damage. Left leg
I love how he did
all
that.
the UAVs.
As soon as he reached his teammates, he turned around and fired, scared one mech off, and did a lot of damage to that flea. Yeah, GRAM went down. Shadow
Look at all
Cat's
the
here.
UAV. For
Yeah.
you lower tier pilots, this is how it's done.
Yeah, for the love of God, people, UAVs for the win. Always. Yeah, blue's just kind of pushing red off the entire southern half of the map, almost past the Sigma line.
Yeah, but we also got two mechs for red kind of sneaking around on the right side. Their right side. I know they're not, they're just holding Hotel 8. Okay, that's what I was seeing.
That's probably what I would have done with the longbow, because they could have got there a long time ago. Because that's a stalker over there. Yeah, it took.
Stalker and Bull Shark.
Yeah, it took them those two a while. The
That's
faster mech should have went
neat.
for sure. Oh, here we go. Here we go. This stalker I think is about to get jumped by the wolf pack, or by a pack of guys. Flea, Void, and the Wolfhound are all diving the stalker.
We've captured resource point Sigma.
Stalker's CT
Yeah,
messed up. Stalker, oh no, cooked.
Bull Shark's going down too.
Bull Shark might be able to kill the Void before he goes down, but he is going to go down. Oh, I think he's cooking himself too now.
Yep.
Yeah, he was
And
cooking.
shut down.
He overheated. All Deuce Emitter and Pad, Pauled, up on Pride Rock, doing their best on the trades there.
Yeah, I agree. The overcharge over in Hotel 8 probably would have been a better choice, just given the fact that it had the better speed. It could reposition if it needed to. Unlike
Also,
the two
I
mechs that
don't
rolled
think
in.
it has the range quirks that the other mechs have, right? So no matter
Right.
what, it's getting out traded. That's why its speed is 4, so you can like move it.
Right.
I see there's a little fight over on Sigma. Let's go check that out. I think this might be the last big fight of the match. Tank and the Locust punishing Carterizer right now, but Moker's gonna come in and give his teammates some assist. But the Phoenix
Yeah,
is
the
in here
Phoenix is
too.
like-
Ooh, Phoenix's leg though. He's looking at the wrong mech. Look at the mech beside you, not the one that's outside your optimal. Cauterizer's just tanking. He's down to 20% in the Shadowcat.
Oh,
Battlemaster
Locust
comes
just got
in.
leg, and there goes Tank.
The tank goes down. Pult goes down. Pam, he might get the Shadowcat before he goes down. But yeah, how they use that Battlemaster to be a little on the mobile side is how that overcharge should have been.
Right. Because the Battlemaster, I mean, I think the Overcharge is even faster than the Battlemaster.
We've gathered enough resources.
Oh my god, did they
This
put an ad
triumph
break
will
on at the
provide a
match
huge tactical
start?
benefit.
At the very end of the match. Yeah.
No, at the beginning of this match. Or like mid of it. I'm looking at it on the little stream preview.
GG.
Yeah, GG's both teams. Now, next week, these teams will be swapped, changed, mixed. Because everyone teams up with everyone, it faces everyone. It's how this tournament works, for those who aren't aware. Neander, 673 in the Void. 5 Mokor, 5 and 9 in that Shadowcat. Well done.
Yeah, Audus was 725 for
and
red,
the Blood
and
Asp.
the Overcharge did
It did,
483.
it did still do 483. I still think
Yep.
my criticism was correct. It should have been the
No.
mobile one.
Right.
Because I think it could have done a lot more damage.
Because the Stalker would have probably been better positioned with the high amounts to be on the Victory Hill or Prime
Yeah.
Rock. Yeah.
And the Overcharge also has all those backup lasers, right? So
Right.
when a light pushes, it can hit for a lot harder than that Stalker can. All right.
But no, GG to both teams.
Yeah, GG's both teams. That is the last drop
And
of...
whatever team was blue, they were the ones that were the victors. I don't know the team name.
Orland. That,
Was that Trials of
that's,
Mantra?
yeah. Trials of Wombat and
Trials of
Mantra
Mantra.
won.
Yep. All right.
Alright, I'm gonna
You're
start
okay.
kicking people. Yeah, kick. And kick. This is the best part of the job, just randomly kicking people for funsies. Alright. Thanks everyone for tuning in to this match of the season. TOC, this was TOC Div A EU. Sorry, EU Div A. Well, you guys are reading the title. Why am I repeating it? Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed it. This evening we have NA coming up at 9 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. UTC tomorrow. It's in 4 hours. The match is in 4 hours, so I'll see you guys back for that one. We have, hold on, let me look it up for those who don't know. We are going to be watching the Coalition versus Fjord versus the Coalition and Fjord versus 228 and 2D20. That should be a fun one.
That'd be a good one.
Yeah.
That'd be a fun one.
And then yeah, then I'll have casted every time zone from across the world today. And I'm not doing that again. That's exhausting. All right, everyone, thank you for tuning in. Everyone give Orc a big shout out for coming and helping me co-cast this today. Thank you, Orc, so much.
You're welcome. And thank you guys and the rest of the community. So.
Yeah. You guys all have a lovely afternoon and evening.